Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you come for the first time, please make sure to press the subscribe and press the bell to get the notification when I have a new video. Let's see the materials. For this project, I used the Sentro 48 needles. I used my own pattern I Love You, and I used two colors of cotton yarn. In my local area, I used the V.2 and the color code is A0 through 0, and the pink color is 930, and this is the cotton yarn I use for this project. And I use some hooks, crochet hook and knit hook, and the scissors. Okay, let's start. For the cast on, I will use some white cotton yarn to make a waist yarn of my project. First, we crank the machine till the white needle comes up. And then put the white yarns with the true needle in front. And you put it behind and front, behind and front, as the cast on you used before. After you knit for 10 needles, so you place T to the P, and then you can knit with the flat panel. When you come to the end of the rows, then you place the yarn into the yarn feeder and to the tension, and crank again. The machine will lock, and then you have to hold the yarns a bit tight and then crank backward like this. I love to hold the yarns in my hands because I can control the height of the yarn as well. And then you crank on around. And again, this is the end of these rows. You may need to place the yarn to the bottom, and then you crank backward again. And please remember that you have to hold the yarn tight a bit when you crank back. We need to crank for 6 rows, and then we will change the yarn to the pink. The pink is the main yarn we work with this project. Okay, now we got 6 rows. We have to change to the pink color. Then you crank back. When you crank back, don't forget to hold the yarn tight. And then you pull it out and cut the yarn. This is the first row of the pillow with the pink color. After, put in the yarn feeder, so you hold the yarns in your hands and crank slowly till the needle comes down, and then you make a knot. The knot should be the left over and make a knot, and then the right over and make a knot is the true knot. we have to do for this project. And then you crank the machine slowly for check the needle and until you get the 34 rows. I remind you to be careful when you end of the row at the last needle. You may need to place it down for make the complete the edge. And now we got the 34 rows. We will start about the first row of the front of the pillow. So we crank back the yarns about 3 or 4 needles, and then you make the other yarn's color to mark your position that this is the first row of the front of the pillow. And then you crank the machine for 22 rows, and then we will follow the patterns. And this is the end of the 22nd rows, so we need to start with the pattern. See, the petal will start from the right to the left, and then we put the ruler like this, and then we count from the right. It's about 7 stitches, and then we crank the yarn back and count the needle for 7 stitch. For the pink, it's the 7 stitch or 7 needles, and then you pull the yarn out and cut the yarn. I use the way to cut the yarn because I will not get the big hole when I finish my work. Then you put the yarn in the needle and crank the machine till the needle comes down and make a knot. Yes, one is the left over and then make a knot, another right is over and then make a knot. This is the right way. And then crank the white color, follow the patterns. No need to crank fast because we have to correct the pattern as well. Cut the yarn when we need to change the color. So then we count for the white is the 10 stitch. Then we change the color to the pink and knit for 10 stitch. By pull the pink color to your yarn feeder and then pull it in front of the needle and hold the yarn together. If it's so long, then you can pull it, make it short. And when the needle comes down, you can make a knot again. We will do all these steps when you change the yarn with the petal. The important thing of this project is cutting the yarn and make a knot at the right way. The right way to make a knot is that first the left yarn is over and then make a knot, and then the right yarn is over and then make a knot. So this way can make the tail of the yarn will be in the right position or will be in the same color. See, this is the first one of the heart. Even if it's only one stitch, we also cut the yarn and also make a knot. This is the best way for the pattern you use with the flat panel. Or you use with the 2 panel is okay. You can cut the yarn to make your work more beautiful, I think. And now we follow the pattern and I will let you see what I was doing for a while. The on step is always cut the yarn when we change the color. That's why I say don't want to crank fast. The important thing is changing the yarn. Yes, let's see. I will make a knot after the needle comes out. Yeah, like this. We make a knot. Sometimes I also make a wrong knot. But don't worry, we can change the knot after we finish our project. Look at the petal and then knitting. After that, look at the petal and then knitting. And this is the step that I put my own pattern to my project. It's not very difficult, but it might make you terrible sometimes or feeling so lazy. Because when I make this video, I also make it in the late night, so sometimes I also make a wrong stitch. But my pattern is okay. It's correct pattern. Okay, let you see my video by not disturb you by my voice. Okay, let's see more close how I change color and how I make a knot. You will understand as well. If you don't put the yarn at the yarn tensions, so you have to hold the yarn in your hands for control the tight you need. Not so much tight and not so much loose. And now we are at the last row of the petal. After this row, we will use the main color, I mean the pink color, to knit with the flat panel for 24 rows again. At the first row of the main yarn, so maybe have to crank slowly because some stitch might be lost. After that, you can crank normally till the 24 rows. Yes, this is the 24 rows. Then we have to take some yarns to mark. Yes, to mark the row, and this is the first row of the rest project. Put like this. Which needle is okay, 3 or 4 needle, I don't worry about that. Just want to make that this is the first row of the rest yarn, of the rest pillow. And then after we reach the 22 rows, then we will change the color for the waste yarn, and we will take off the project of the machine. So we pull the yarn and cut it, and then change the yarn to the waste yarn color. I use the same color of the pattern, and hold the yarn together till the needle comes down and make a knot again. The last is make slip knots because we have to pull it out. For the waste yarn, we need to crank for 6 rows, and then we will take off the machine. Now we are ending for the 6th row, and we have to place through the T mold and pull the yarn out of the yarn feeder and crank slowly without the yarn. Yeah, you cut the yarn and then you crank the machine 2 rounds. And then you got your project. Okay, let's see. This is your work. You got it. And also I got some wrong stitch, so we have to make it correctly, like a clear shape. Okay, let's see what's wrong. This is the first row. We have to chain the knot by put the same color in the same area. As you see, the pink is in the white area, so we have to unknot first, and then we chain the way to make a knot. See, the white tail will be in the white area. That is the right way. So you check all your stitch that you make a knot and chain the way to make a knot in the right way. I will show you how. The first you unknot the old one. Yeah, unknot first, and then you release it, and then you hold the tail and make the right yarn cover, and then make a knot. If this is the right way, it should be like this. And then you do for every stitch for make the beautiful shape of our project. To make it in the same way, see, this is the hot part and the white tail is in white area. That is the make your heart so perfect. After you finish it, so we cut the tail. We cut the tail every stitch, make it more short. Okay, right now this is the last character we cut it. And now let's see your work. This is the back side that we cut all the detail, and then we can have the good shape for our works. I do something wrong about the U, but I think it's okay for me, and the pattern is working well. Hope you enjoy my video and thank you for watching. Don't forget to press the subscribe to my channel and press the bell to come to see my new video again soon. And this section will be end here and we will meet again in the second part. See you, bye.